Welcome everyone. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining me early. I see everyone in the chat. Arc Trooper, Leboff, Ziaj, Halitro. Let me know if my audio is coming in okay. Philip, Patrick. Let me just check on my phone. Might be a little bit delayed here. Perfect. Sounds fine. Anne, how's it going, Anne? Awesome. Thank you for the audio. Okay, perfect. Tesla. The whole day we were just playing around with, 850 in the Discord. We were joking all day, like, is it ever gonna break 850 ever again? And here we are. It's looking like 850 broke right around 11:20, about half an hour, 45 minutes ago, and we're at 855. Tesla's climbing right now, and I have Thinkorswim pulled up right now, so if you're an OG here, you'll recognize I'm on a new software. Hey, Marco, Stella, Bashir, welcome. You'll recognize I'm on a different software, and you're like, hey, what's happening? I thought you loved interactive brokers. I do, but today I'm on Thinkorswim, and I finally got live data on my really old account on Thinkorswim, and I was recording a Leaps video last night. I have a Leaps video that I'm publishing soon when I refine it down. It'll be about buying shares versus buying Leaps. And I was like, Thinkorswim is the best software for this video. So I just bought it back again. All right, my Tesla call is doing okay now again. It's finally in the green. Only up $1 on it though, per contract. Hey, welcome, Kentucky. Welcome, Joe. Ed, welcome. Yeah, I had a lot of work to do today, but I got it all done in the morning because I wanted to go live. I just felt like today was a good day. More on Leaps. Awesome. Well, Ed, you'll like the video I have coming up. It's a little bit of a rambler. I'll give you a warning right now. It's about half an hour of me. It's about half an hour of me going through my thought process of how I look at Leaps and all that sort of stuff. But I think it'll be helpful if you've never done Leaps or you're considering doing them. Let me move my face out of the chat. All right. Perfect. Sounds good? Okay, perfect. 855 Tesla. So looks like Tesla, and I've got my pivots up here. Again, 851-ish was that pivot that we were looking at today. And it was hugging it all day. It looks like the next big line to the next big magnet might be 859, although we're not seeing a lot of demand coming in there. Biden has a speech coming out today, right? So his evening speech might have something to do with EVs. Marco, Oppenheimer's more than double his price target on EV market stocks Tesla to 1,036. I saw that. I have it actually pulled up here. Maybe I should pull that up now. Right there. Alrighty, let's talk about this. So, okay, Oppenheimer raises its price target to Tesla to $1,036. Follow the FSD data, it says. Given Tesla stock doubling again since November, let's just pause, right? I'm going to read that again. Given Tesla stock doubling again since November, again, congrats to everyone holding Tesla. We believe investors are grappling with where the shares will go from here. We believe bulls are betting on Tesla leading commercialization of autonomous vehicles technology, while we believe we have misgivings about the risks related to Tesla not incorporating LiDAR into its vehicles. Again, Elon has said he hates LiDAR. He wouldn't even use it if it was free. NIO is using it. NVIDIA says it's going to use it with its full self-driving chip. So it seems like Tesla's going against the grain here. And analysts, though they don't know much, they don't particularly like that. We believe the learning cycles enabled by having over 1 million vehicles on the road is extraordinarily advantageous. And this is actually one of the first reports that I see talking like Kathy Wood a little bit, right? We continue to believe the best practices in vehicle safety point to 6B test miles being necessary to validate level 4 and level 5 autonomy. Assuming 12,000 miles driven per car per year, Tesla's shadow mode data collection can reach that threshold in 6 months, years faster than competition. The dynamic plus equity market multiple appreciations drive our price target to over 1,000. And that's one thing that people forget is, you know, everyone's like, why is Tesla cutting price in Germany? Why are they cutting the price in France? And I have it pulled up here as well. I think Sawyer posted it today. Tesla cuts, where is it? Right here. Tesla cuts, let's see here. My volume's low. Hold on, let me just raise it 1 sec. Awesome. Okay. Tesla raises or cuts Model 3 price in Germany by 3,000 to 4,000 euros today. Huge cut. And on top of that, Tesla also cuts Model 3 price in France today by 9,000 to 10,000 euros. It must have been like artificially high for them to actually cut it by that much. And everyone's like, oh, well, Tesla's cutting their Model 3 price. Demand must be really low. No, it's that Berlin is coming up. They're going to have a better logistics system to deliver cars into Europe. And on top of that, again, Tesla's goal is to get as many miles, real world miles driven on the road, right? That's the whole goal here, right? Hey, Liam, how's it going? Love you guys too. Okay, so it seems like these price cuts in the morning actually kind of affected the stock price a little bit, I would say. Although, you know, with the inauguration, it did seem like a lot of people just didn't want to have their money in the market while the inauguration was happening, because, you know, might as well take some money off the table in case something goes sideways during the inauguration. And, you know, thank God it was a non-event. So nothing happened there to worry about. So, you know, we're all good there. And then on top of that, pull this up here. And then on top of that, it looks like obviously Biden is going to be releasing his some sort of speech today with, you know, EVs being a big part of his plan and moving forward. Here's the problem I have, and here's why I kind of sort of disagree with Gary Black on his whole thesis about Biden's speech. Don't you think that if Biden announces tax rebates, like, and let me know what you guys think about this, but Biden announcing tax rebates doesn't really help Tesla. Like, yeah, more people will buy Teslas, but Tesla already doesn't have a demand problem. They have a supply constraint. They need more cars. They need to build more cars. What it'll do, though, if you're kind of a smart investor, is you think, okay, all of a sudden GM, Toyota, all these car makers that really had lower demand for the cars now will get $7,500 tax rebates. It'll actually help the bottom of the barrel companies more than it'll help Tesla. That's what I think. That's what I think. Jack Ma, yeah, Jack Ma did get spotted in he's spotted again. Thank God he's alive, right? Long live Jack Ma. So that was really good. If you guys were in Baba, then you guys must have been happy about that. Let me just. So yeah, so Tesla is looking like it's flirting with that 854, 855-ish marker again and again. Really, what's going to happen is anyone's guess as to where it goes. I'm holding a short-term position on Tesla right now for this week. When I bought it, though, I put in the amount of money that I'm risked to go to zero on. Again, with weeklies, you kind of have to have that mentality. But I'm hoping for a gap up one of these days, if not a run into close into Tesla. Yes, so the movie Campo is saying only GM and Tesla currently don't qualify. How would it not benefit Tesla and GM? Well, right now they have that cap, right? Once you hit 250,000, I think, deliveries, you don't get the rebate anymore. The reason why I'm saying it doesn't actually help Tesla is it's not like Tesla has more cars than people wanting to buy them. Like right now, if Tesla makes a car, they sell it. It's already sold, in fact, right? Like Tesla's not at that point of maturity where it needs to balance supply and demand. Right now, it just needs to build as many cars as feasibly possible, right? So by adding a rebate, yeah, you increase the demand, let's say, but like it's not like you magically with the rebate, you're going to be able to make more cars. That's my point. Tesla will have the lowest prices after rebate, CJ says. Hard to compete. Absolutely. Like the Model Y standard range plus at 42, correct me if I'm wrong, 42,000 US dollars. That's nuts. That's like, I'm pissed that I got a Model 3 lately, right? Don't tell my Model 3 that. You know, we have a really good relationship, but man, that's like a game changer in the crossover SUV market, right? In my opinion. I think if you're buying a brand new crossover SUV and you don't buy the Model Y right now, you're just a dumbass. I don't know what to say. FJ, hold up, I'm late. No, you're good. I came up early here. I came a little bit early. Do you think Tesla will pop ahead of earnings like Netflix? Well, Netflix popped today on earnings, right? Let me just pull up Netflix. Netflix was nuts. My dad was right. My dad told me yesterday to buy some lotto calls on Netflix. He did, and he's laughing. He did sell off a portion of his position this morning, though. But man, Netflix moved $89 today. Amazon moved 4% up today. It was just a crazy day in the market. Everything's green, massively green. Tesla's only 1.2% green. And the thing here is also, it makes sense, right? If a lot of the stocks are running today, like Amazon, Apple, a lot of these stocks take up a large percentage of people's institutional portfolios. If those are running, that means more money is going into them today. And if that's the case, then maybe we see some profit taking out of those stocks into a stock that's lagged a little bit compared to like what Amazon's done today and Apple up 3%, into a stock like Tesla. So that's kind of the bet I'm going for, is the inverse correlation a little bit with the general FAANGs. Mellow Yellow says, why do people keep talking though Tesla's only a car company? Exactly. Tesla's not only a car company, right? Model Y is cheaper to produce, mega casting, that too, and the 4680 battery cells. That's a big part of it, right? That's a big part of it. Hey, welcome, Tyler. Welcome. Hey, Ashley, what would stop me from ordering 100 Model 3s FSD to start a Tesla taxi company once Tesla taxis are a thing? Nothing, other than the fact that if you ordered 100 right now, you probably have to pay up for them. You could do that with Cybertrucks and kind of get away with it for a couple of years. I know people that do that where they've pre-ordered Cybertrucks because they don't have, I think it's only $100 down you have to put in, so they can lock in FSD right now. Opinion Guy, keep up the good work. Always pleasure listening. Thank you for joining, Opinion Guy. Derek, today was the revenge of the FAANGs. Oh yeah, for sure. And the move in Amazon today, you know, I get it. Amazon is expensive. I'm choked that I sold off my Amazon position so early. And I got weak hands after the riots because, I mean, maybe I wouldn't have held till now anyways. In hindsight's always 2020. But Amazon's got a long way to go here. I still think, you know, Amazon is at $3,200 right now. I think the 52-week high is like something crazy, like 3,600 or something nuts. Amazon's got a way to go before earnings, in my opinion. Apple, I don't mess with Apple too much. Some stocks, you guys have those certain stocks that whenever you do, you always find a way to end up screwing yourself, right? Apple's one of those stocks for me. Like, I'll make money on Apple and then I'll have one shitty trade and I'll lose all of my money on it. Like, Apple is just one of those stocks where if I'm going to hold it, I just hold leaps or shares. I don't try to trade it. Certain stocks are just, you don't have it. I don't know what it is. Apple earnings up on the 27th. Nice. Why don't they announce a stock split for Amazon? That's what I'm saying, Vasu. That's exactly what I'm saying. If Amazon today announces a split, let me know in the chat, who's buying Amazon tomorrow? Who's buying Amazon tomorrow? I'm buying Amazon tomorrow. We saw what happened with Apple split. We saw what happened with Tesla split. It'd almost be irresponsible for you not to buy Amazon or some portion of an Amazon position if it announces a split. That's what I'm waiting for. Buy a leap. Yep. Sylvian says, yep, I'll buy. Everyone, like, I think, and here's the thing. Why hasn't Amazon split already? I would say Amazon maybe hasn't split yet because, I don't know, maybe, Jeff Bezos really doesn't want to associate his stock appreciating to Trump, and now that Biden's in office, his tone changes. Amazon's just a dog of a stock. It's a dog of a stock. It has no volume, Retail investors can't buy it. You're buying fractional shares. You know, the options liquidity is garbage. Like, look at the options liquidity, right? I come into monthlies for February. Like, it's just nuts. It's like Priceline.com. Do you guys remember Priceline.com back in the day when people used to day trade it a lot with options? And the bid and ask was like humongous. Like, look, $100 bid and ask spread, $300 bid and ask spread there. It's just nuts. You need deep pockets to play Amazon, right? What's Tesla do? Go back to Tesla here. I don't like Amazon company. I only buy what I like. That's fair. You have to decide where to put your money, and if you don't like something, then whatever, right? Palantir. Yeah, Kathy Woods buy Palantir? I think they did. I think she did. Yeah. They want the stock to stay exclusive. Yeah, maybe. Why hasn't? Yeah, she did 500,000. Okay. Why? Okay, when Apple split, what happened? Okay, so splits, and I'll keep it really simple. Split is basically if you take a piece of pie or a piece of pizza, or if you take a whole pizza, consider that one share. If you're splitting a stock, you're just cutting it up into even slices, and then you're giving everyone the equal amount. So in theory, you're not changing anything about the company other than just the outstanding share count. But the thing is, when you do that, the theory is a lot of new investors can come into the market. When Amazon's $3,000, $4,000, you know, do you want to buy one share of Amazon, or do you want to buy 10 at 300, right? It's a psychological thing. So that's what happened. It's Apple slices, says James. Yeah, exactly. That valuation of Amazon won't get to 2 trillion. They've got to split. I agree, Harpreet. I agree. Palantir has 2 big events. January 26th, demo day, and locking up February 15th. So not huge movement. Okay, gotcha. When Bill says, welcome Bill, when will Tesla start disrupting utilities? Well, Elon famously said a couple of earnings calls ago, he said Tesla Energy will be worth, or will make as much money, if not more, than Tesla Auto. That's the $1 billion question is when, right? And anecdotally speaking, on Twitter, been getting a lot of people talking about how they're getting solar installations now this quarter. Maybe we see a surprise announcement on increased installations of solar and power pack and megawall. So I mean, I guess hopefully we'll be able to get more an answer on that this earnings call. EHang, people keep talking about EHang. I have no idea. It's a drone company, right? I have no idea. Hey, Gentry, happy inauguration day to you too. Let's see here. That reminds me, I'm going to check Discord one time here. Let's see. Yep, I'm live. Holding a couple Amazons. You guys want to join Discord? We have a great Discord, by the way. It's we have certain hell. I'll read off the channels we have. We have a Tesla channel, obviously. Neo, Square, Apple, Microcaps, Lemonade, Space, Crypto one now, and then a general market one. An options talk one where we talk really just about option strategies and stuff like that. And an ARK Invest one. If you want to join the Discord, it's for Patreon members only. Link for that is, I think, in the description. You can check it out. You can join on any level. It's like $3 to get into the Discord. And again, the point of the Discord is to filter out people that are serious. So we don't keep a free Discord. Someone's like, hey, you should keep a free. I don't want a free. I don't want 10,000 people that visit once in a while and don't have anything legitimate to say. It really helps us filter out. And I think we've done a really nice job. I love everyone in the community in Discord of really keeping it real. And in terms of news, it's one of the best places that I go to because I can just get news live. Really tempted. Jake Connolly says to buy my first Tesla stock. Should I wait for a pullback? You can't time it, Jay. Like, if just, I mean, dollar cost average, right? If you know you want to buy 10, buy one now, buy one later, wait for it later. Like, you know, anytime's a good time if you have a long enough time horizon, if that makes sense. Again, none of this is investment advice, though. Hey, Tommy, good thing Tesla is consolidating at current. Yeah, it's awesome that Tesla is actually keeping 850-ish as a floor. Hit like. Thank you, Mark. Yes, if you can hit like. Yes, less spam in Discord. That's one big problem. I don't check a lot of Discord. I'm a part of multiple servers and I don't check them because it's just like it's like everyone talking like every other second about stuff that has nothing to do with what we care about. Elitist? No, it's not because we're elitist. I mean, tell me the last time you spent $3 on something you shouldn't have. Tesla doesn't want to pass 855, 860, no matter what the upgrade is soon. That's the interesting part, right? Is like despite these upgrades, we're seeing not a huge move into Tesla, and I think a lot of people are sitting on their hands until earnings week, which is obviously next week. I'm gonna log into Flow Algo here while I talk to you guys to see if there's any new call sweeps coming in. Buy and hold, dollar cost average is the way to go. Gentry says, yep. Last time I tried to time Tesla, it ran up $100. Buy high, sell low. Yeah, love that. Let me just pull up Tesla here. So Tesla has had not much sweeping action today, just a couple of small bets. 245K, 400K, 70. Yeah, nothing major coming in here on Tesla in terms of the options chain here. Yeah, and bot spam users as well. Yeah, Sylvian says exactly. How's IV looking? Good question. Pull that up. How's IV looking? The Ash Clan. No, it's Joe. That's definitely not the name. Hit that bid is the community. This is not about me. This is about the community for sure. 100%. I don't care about anything about promoting myself. This doesn't have to do with me. I'm trying to build a community of everyone here, and you guys are awesome. IV rank right now is 43%. So it's about middle ground. Yeah, who was asking? Cilium, I think you were asking. Lee says, I'm surprised inaugurations had 0 inputs on Tesla stock today. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, but you have to realize, you know, before the inauguration, a lot of people were sitting on cash, right? Let's say 10, 20% sitting in cash. They're waiting for the inauguration to finish to then dump their shares into stuff like the S&P, right? When you dump money in the S&P, it disproportionately goes into Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, right? It goes into the heavier weighted ones, Tesla being one of them for sure. But a lot of people would just go into safer stocks like Apple right away as well. So what my thesis might be here is, now that we've seen some money move into the bigger names, the Apples that have rallied, the Amazons, people are going to take money off the table in the Amazons and Apples in the following week. And when they do, and they see that Tesla's only run a percent in the last day or two, or been about consolidating for the last week, maybe we'll see a gap up sometime this week. What about those call sweeps in 920? Yeah, I mean, those are still there, but I don't see anything new for today is what I meant. Joe's asking, are my $1,000 calls expiring February 19th safe? Let's analyze. Normally don't do this, but Joe, I appreciate you, so I'm going to analyze your stocks here. Let's see. Let's see here. $1,000 strike. So they're about $25 at the moment. And let me analyze this buy trade. Take off the stock here. Do risk profile. Okay. So I don't know what your cost basis on this is, but right now it's sitting at $2,500 per contract. Thinkorswim is telling me if Tesla rallies to 880 as soon as tomorrow, let's say, you're going to be profitable $700 per contract. So maybe like 33% if Tesla runs to 880. Those things to move, those $1,000 to move, you really need a bigger move. Like for you to double your money, right? For you to make $2,500 right now on a $2,500 spread, you need Tesla to rally up to 930 or to 900 really fast, right? So risk reward is tough on those 1,000 ones. It's tough. It's tough. But that being said, depending on when you bought it, as soon as you see a certain amount of profit And again, earnings is baked in. So yeah, you're totally right. Okay. Oh, hey, that's even better. Joe says, sorry, it's covered calls. Even then, like, that's perfect. I was just saying how hard it is if you were long these, right? So if you're short these, yeah, I mean, as the day goes by, as the days go by, this will start deteriorating faster and faster and faster. So, but remember, earnings is going to keep a piece of theta in there no matter what, because you have earnings baked in plus a couple of weeks. So you won't see a dramatic fall off after earnings. You will for sure. But remember, a large portion of your theta is not going to probably come off, barring a downwards move on Tesla until after earnings. So Tesla 853.56. Patrick, sure, man. $900 calls February 12th. February 12th, $900. All right, $45 is what it's going for right now, these 900 calls. Let's analyze this. Analyze this a single trade, and let's get rid of Joe's call there. Okay. So depending on your cost basis, these are 900 calls expiring February 12th. You have earnings baked in plus a couple of weeks on this, so that's awesome. If Tesla tomorrow gaps up to 880, you're up $1,200. You're up about 25% on your position. Your theta on this position is pretty high though, I bet. Your theta is $134 a day, right? In theory. So $134 a day, all things being equal. That's tough. But you know, if your position size is small enough, you can let this ride. Again, if Tesla runs up before earnings to, let's say, $940 before earnings or during earnings, you get 100% return. So 940, is that feasible in Tesla? Let's check this out. Let's pull up to a daily chart on Tesla for a second. And sorry, don't mind the dots here for a second. Those are pivot points I have up. I mean, we've been consolidating for so long, and you remember what Kathy Wood said? The longer the base, I'll let you guys finish. The longer the base, the bigger the breakout. There you go. Gentry got it. Hands on the wheel. or yeah, that's definitely what she said. But listen, or the bigger the breakdown as well, as she says, right? You know, kudos to her. She's not delusional. The longer we consolidate, the bigger move we're going to get either way, right? And man, have we been consolidating. You guys, okay. Upgrades. I talked about upgrades earlier in this video on the Oppenheimer one. Obviously, it's good, but it hasn't done anything. Yeah, for sure, Raptor. Exactly. What's going on with Tesla? Amazon and Apple go up, Tesla go down. They usually move in sync. James, welcome, first of all. No, what we've been finding is when Apple and Amazon, and Ivan, if you're in the chat, you can confirm because you're the one that points this out often. When the FAANGs are up, Tesla is weak, right? And when Tesla is really big up, the FAANGs are weak, right? So the problem, and Tesla looks like it's back testing the pivot point of 851 here. So the thing that we think here, James, is when everyone's dumping money into the FAANGs right now, and everyone is. If you look at Amazon, it's up 4%. It's up 4.7%. Netflix is up huge. Even Apple today, just the dog of a company Apple is, it's up 3.5%. When everyone's dumping money into these bigger FAANG type names, Tesla's getting left behind a little bit because Tesla isn't considered in that same community of stocks yet in terms of being safe and reliable. But what the thesis here is, once those investors are done rallying the stock there and they want to take profits, I think Tesla's going to be probably their second choice of stock. Yeah. So Tesla looks like it's back testing 850. Let me check out Flow Algo here. Yeah, ARK will always sell Tesla if it's over 10%. Now, a question I've been getting a lot is like, is there a crash coming, right? First of all, I don't know. Like, who knows, right? Tell me someone that predicted the coronavirus to happen last January. So I always find it funny when people ask for predictions. You know, yes, I get it. Predictions, kind of, let you see what I think and you can compare it with what you think. But remember, I don't care if you're like, okay, I was going to say God, but God would obviously know this. I don't care who you are. No stock guru can tell you what's going to happen for sure, right? Now, Bitcoin about to crash, no crash. The thing is, are we going to see a correction? And in my opinion, I think at some point this year, it's probably likely. Now, if you're sitting at 0% cash in your portfolio, you might want to reconsider that. It's good to be in cash, right? Like when the coronavirus happened, one of the problems I had in my positions was I was sitting in cash, but my cash position is often just putting my money into S&P and just letting it sit there. Now, when the crash happened, it was hard for me to tether out of that and then into equity, right? So always, and that was funny because for years I always sit in cash, and then for the months preceding the coronavirus crash, I was like, screw it, I've been sitting in cash for so long, nothing's happened. Let me just sit in S&P and just at least gain something on this cash sitting here. And then lo and behold, everything crashes, right? So keep in mind that having a cash position is always recommended. Always recommended, because when any stock crashes 5% on some stupid piece of CMBS news, you can capitalize on that. Look how hard Tesla bounced off of this pivot point. Check this out. Look how hard it bounced off of this pivot point right here. Yep. Hopefully you guys can see that. Right on that pivot point, right? Right on this pivot point at 851. It looks like, looking at the time in sales, man, volume is just abysmally low. Like, what is the volume on Tesla for the day? I'll figure it out later. 852 851 was a great pivot point. It was spot on right here. Me, Kevin, has a theory that we will have at least another year before correction. I hope he's right, but I still think you guys should consider being in cash. Consider being in cash. Diego, noob, what are the Bollinger Bands useful for if you're watching volume under? The Bollinger Bands in general are a way to see if, for me, and everyone uses them differently, for me, it's a way to see if a move is outsized. Like if I see a Tesla stock crashing and it's hugging the Bollinger Band, it is a good signal for me that there might be some sort of mean reversion happening soon. Like you're rarely going to see a stock hug one side of the Bollinger Band forever. It's good for mean reversion and momentum. So that's kind of what I use it for as a general kind of just look into seeing if this is an outsized move or not. Some people use it differently. 22 million. Oh, thank you guys. Okay. 22 million. That's just nuts. Just nuts. What's flow algo sweeps? So here's what I mean. Flow algo sweeps. You guys want me to talk about what the sweeps are that I'm talking about? You guys want me to spend a second talking about that? Okay. David says yes, so I'll do it for David. Okay. This flow algo software I'm talking about lately in my videos. Yeah, I have touched on it, but I've been getting some questions. People don't know what it is. So basically, a really quick version of it is it suspicious? I'm asking you guys a question. Is it suspicious if I come into Tesla's option chain for this week, or let's say next week, and I show you an order for someone that has bought $1,400, and I'm exaggerating, $1,400 strike calls, and they've put in $5 million behind it? Is that suspicious? Right? There's a little bit of a lag, so let me know if that, yes, that's suspicious, obviously, right? And what Flow Algo or Bazinga Pro or Black Box, a lot of these softwares allow us to do is they allow us to actually predict or see where big money is headed. So if we see a $5 million bet on 1,100 strikes for Tesla expiring next week, we automatically think, okay, that's suspicious. But let me add something on top of this. What if I told you the person that's buying that $5 million order on Tesla isn't coming in here and going, okay, let me place an order right here, and let me come in at, okay, let me come in at the bid, or let me come in the middle of the price between the bid and ask. They're coming in and they're hitting fill me at the ask. I don't care about overpaying, and fill me now. That's called a sweep. Just that like, would you want to know about that if someone's doing that? If someone's coming in with a $5 million order and they're like, I don't care what price you fill me at, just fill me on this position right now and it's expiring next week. That's called a call sweep, right? So in general, it doesn't always mean it doesn't always mean let me pull up the chart again. It doesn't always mean there's going to be a move coming or something, but it gives us insight into what either the market makers or big institutional investors are doing, and if they're making these aggressive orders, call sweeps or put sweeps on certain stocks, it gives us some insight, right? Lines here. Tesla looks like it's retesting this pivot here. I wouldn't worry too much. It's probably going to hug this pivot. We'll see. Why would they show us their hand? James, they have to. Like, this is an open market, even when it comes to dark pools and stuff like that, this is open, right? So like this time in sales that you see on the left hand side, this is the time in sales, sorry, right here. This is like live order. This is a live order book from the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ of orders. So like it's all public for us to see. The problem is, can you sit around the computer looking at every strike to see if someone's coming in and placing orders suspiciously? No. So that's why there's software that allows us to filter out for that kind of stuff. That one is Flow Algo. Right? Actually, a really good strategy that I've been doing is, if call sweeps are coming in for certain tech stocks, selling put spreads might be a good idea, right? So not necessarily betting on the move happening, but betting on it at least staying flat, right? So collecting premium. One YouTube channel that I really like is Sang Lucci's. He sells a lot of premium. He does a lot of this sort of stuff. So, he actually has been doing that for quite some time. You do wherever you want. Here. Sell walls, Raptors saying. Yeah, so sell walls would be like in my level 2 here that you see. You guys can see it. Let me just shrink this up. Okay, this is the level 2, right? Sell wall, typically when someone says that, this is the bid, this is where people are sitting with their orders ready to go. And this is the ask. This is where people are sitting with orders limit, just sitting there ready to be gobbled up by someone buying, right? Looks like Tesla is retesting 850 here. So a sell wall would be like, okay, we're at 850 right now. Technically, we're at 849.39. A sell wall would be like if I scroll down in the order book and I saw a huge, let's say 100 lot order ready, someone wanting to sell at 853, right? Which would tell us, and sometimes, by the way, that can be spoofed and faked, but in theory, if that's correct, that means if and when we hit 851, 852, 853, for us to get past 853, all of those shares sitting there as a sell wall would have to be filled before I go for it. So, it looks like my title of the video was correct. It looks like they do want to pin 850. Shout out to Anne if you're listening from Discord. 850 looks like they want to pin it, yeah, but we're looking for a catalyst, right? We're looking for a catalyst. Yeah, and volume is super low, Manuel. Yeah, 22.5 million. Just nuts. Hey, Sean, thanks for the super chat. Sean, in my opinion, funds that have not bought are waiting for a crash. Do you think cash covered puts are the best way to enter for them to enter? Great job on the channel. Appreciate that, Sean. Hopefully the alerts show up here. I should have alerts every time someone super chats. But no. There it is. Okay. All right. Yeah, I have audio going off on Super Chat. So, all right. I don't think so, Sean. I don't think so. Funds like this generally when they're going to enter stock, and this was something I was thinking about today as well. It's funny that you bring this up. They don't necessarily actually want to enter like in a risky play like that. Like I really don't think they like funds actually care about the best way to enter. Yes, they don't want to move the market. Um, but honestly, no, I don't think so. Like if they're gonna enter, they're just gonna come in. So like and the reason is like think about it. If they're selling puts, right? And let's say it goes highly against them, right? If they're selling puts, meaning it's cash covered put, if it goes past your strike, then you can buy Tesla at a certain price. Why take that? Why take that difference? Why not just buy at the market? And especially true with tracking funds, that might cost them more of an error because it's hard to predict option price movement, right? Like if Tesla moves $50 within a minute versus $50 over the course of 2 days, it's a big difference. Hey Scott, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, Oppenheimer. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but I have it speaking. Okay, yes, you may have mentioned this. Oppenheimer double his price target. Yes, yeah, we did. We did talk about that. I don't. I don't. I find it hysterical that these analysts are now coming out trying to outbid each other on stuff that they got wrong for so many years and so publicly. Like it's funny because none of the information that we've gotten from Tesla or Elon has really changed all too much. It's their perception of everything and the fact that the market has now declared them the clear winner. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy in that sense. So I think the Oppenheimer price target to 1036 is definitely a big deal. We didn't see it priced in the market today, perhaps because of inauguration, and potentially we might see a continuation move for the rest of the week. Patrick's asking if I'm bullish on earnings. I think they're gonna kill it this earning. I think they're gonna obviously have record deliveries. They're gonna have record earnings. That goes without saying. Record EBITDA, record automotive gross margin, record FSD revenue if they show us that. But what happens with the stock is anyone's guess. Do you guys remember the last so many earnings where they've been actually killing it on earnings, but the stock is 10% green after hours and the rest of the day it sells off the following? So what happens with the stock is kind of anyone's guess, but I think they're going to have an amazing earnings. I think it's going to actually surprise to the upside. What website do I show for flow sweeps? It's called Flow Algo. Did you see their latest battery video? Walk a million miles in the lyrics. Yes, I did. It's funny. It's like, as like I already know they have a million-mile battery. Like I'm pretty sure the car, like the Model 3 I have, has a million-mile battery in it. But here's the thing: is like, how many of those cars are gonna last body-wise to last for a million miles anyway, right? It's funny because a million miles to like someone that doesn't know Tesla battery tech or doesn't even know Tesla stock often is like a big deal. They're like, oh my god, a million miles is gonna last forever. That's fine. Like I feel like Tesla's done that for several years now. Oppenheimer guy had buy on Tesla all the time since okay. Yeah, but I find it funny now that they're coming out with these huge price target and they're trying to it's basically just like it's a big contest between these people to see which person can come up with the biggest one. Like it's kind of a game for them at this point, obviously. The 3-day rule, Scott. Hey Scott, I really like I'm not sure if you got that from Tesla Fan Insight, but I really like his channel. He says the same thing. I'm not sure if you watch him. I like his channel. Yashu, Mike, I have a Tesla 1100 call expiring March, currently down 20%. Should I hold to earnings, see what happens, or cut losses? I mean, at least probably hold to earnings, I would say. I mean, I don't know. None of this is investment advice, but you have it till March. Earnings haven't hit yet. You might as well wait till earnings, I say, because you might as well stick with it and see what move happens before earnings. Now the big risk is, do you wait till after earnings to potentially have a big theta collapse on you? And that's the question that is more risky, I think. So, well, the body is aluminum. Yeah, that's true. Very true. 100%. Yeah, but again, none of this investment advice. You know, we could wake up tomorrow and Tesla's up 100. We could wake up, Tesla's down 100. I don't know at the end of the day, right? But I gotta say, and I'm saying this for the last week, it's probably getting old. You guys have heard me a million times already. Like, I'm happy with Tesla consolidating at these high levels. Like, you know, Dave Lee and Emmett Peppers had a video yesterday where they talked about this, but you know, you get used to prices being at a certain level once they stay there for a while, right? And the technical term for that is like simple moving averages, right? When the moving average over time gets higher and higher and higher, that's kind of the floor now. And I'm so happy to see Tesla actually not collapse past this high price of 850. Remember, we're only $34 away from all-time high. It's not a lot, right? So Zahir, I'm from Pakistan. I have come for the first time on your YouTube channel. I'm sure I'll learn something here. Awesome. Well, hit the subscribe button, Zahir, and join the HTB family. Appreciate you watching. So full self-driving subscription. Great point. Great point. Again, I was publicly wrong about full self-driving monthly coming out in early January, but guys, it's got to be coming out soon. We know it's coming out definitely by end of first quarter because that's when the subscription expires for the people that got it for free. So it has to come back from then. But man, like if one of these days Tesla just announces, maybe on earnings, who knows, right? Maybe on earnings, I'm speculating, but what if on earnings they say, hey, starting tomorrow, we are now giving out full self-driving subscriptions at $200 a month and go on your Tesla app to buy. Watch out. Watch out. That is not priced into the stock, right? Here's the thing. You don't need full self-driving. If full self-driving didn't even work, Tesla can still sell what they have right now for $200 a month, just as is. Auto park, auto lane change, navigate on autopilot, summon, smart summon. That's all they need. They can sell it as an imperfect product, and they can say, listen, it's still beta or it has these features, but you know that's why it's $199 a month. You want it, take it. If you don't want it, no big deal. And I guarantee you, a large percentage of Tesla owners, I would try it for a certain amount of time. I would, and we've talked about this. We've surveyed people on live streams. A lot of people would pay $200 for that per month. Abel says, I drove a Model 3 Performance the other day for the first time. Blew my mind. Yeah, it's that's what changed my opinion on Tesla as well, was having to try it. Yeah, once you've tried it, you're hooked. Exactly. Yeah, but the majority of people also right now are not buying Model S's and Model X's. So I'm talking about the sub-segment of people that are Tesla owners. Who is responsible for FSD in an accident? Kayung says, good question. It's always you. When you are in FSD, when you are in autopilot, it always has a warning that you're doing it. Still say $200 for a month for full self-driving subscription is a dream price, much higher. I agree, Jim. It's gonna be low. That's low, but I think if they started it there, it's definitely like if 30, and I've projected this out with you guys on live streams before. If they bring it at that price, like man, that's gonna be a big deal. Hey Sean, thanks for the super chat. Covered call going out 40 days. If you were gonna sell a covered call, I'm not sure if you guys heard that. If you guys gonna sell a covered call, would you go out 40 days, 45 days, or 90 thinking they'd always squash? So good question. In general, the kind of going and Sean, definitely look at Tasty Trade on YouTube. They have great options and material as well. And I'm just plugging every YouTube channel I like, right? I don't care, right? It's not competition. This is a big community. So check out Tasty Trade. They recommend 45 days out to expiration, and they recommend 1 standard deviation away. So let me show you what that means. So the option chain closest to 45 days would probably be this February 26th option chain, this weeklies. And what they recommend is for you to come up to what's called 1 standard deviation away. 1 standard deviation away is usually a 16 or 17 delta out the money. So And that gives us, in probability's sake, a really low chance of finishing in the money. So if we look at our delta column, on that option chain, the 16 or 17 delta is the 1100 or 1110 strike. We can collect $1,600-ish, 1,500 if you sell the 1110 per contract that we sell here. Delta is a good way to look at delta, is the percentage chance that Tesla finishes in the money at that expiration, right? So they recommend you sell it from 45 days or as close to 45 days as possible, and you manage it at around 20 days. You have earnings baked in here, so you're going to see a massive decrease into theta after earnings. That being said, you have to be comfortable with potentially selling Tesla shares at 1100 if something happens, or capping your gains, right? If Tesla runs to $1,300, it's not like you'll lose there. You just don't make as much as if you didn't have this covered call position, right? If you have shares. Now, if you're like, hey, I'll sell Tesla at $1,100 in 37 days if it ends up going there, like, I'm fine with that. Go ahead, sell this, and you'll make $1,600. You could also play it a little bit cooler and go, okay, I'm going to come out to next week's option chain and try to do the same thing. Next week options chain is one standard deviation is putting us at 965, but you only collect $900, but you get all of that $900 potentially in 9 days, right? So you have to balance to figure out whether or not that makes sense for you. I think it's going to take longer for full self-driving. The registered early access people don't even have it yet. I agree. And I don't think, I think the confusing part here where I'm trying to clear up is I don't think the full self-driving monthly subscription actually has to, full self-driving actually has to be done for them to release that. Like, even if they just bundled what they have right now and they offered it to people that didn't want to pay 10 grand for full self-driving, people would pay monthly for that. That's what I'm trying to say. If full self-driving is not released soon, how long can Tesla sit on cash that buyers have paid in advance? Will that not generate negative cash flow if money has to be returned? No, they can sit on it indefinitely, right? I don't think there's any sort of SEC or accounting or anything like that to do. They've been sitting on it for a while. It's in deferred revenue, so it's a liability right now. But again, they've been releasing it in tranches, so they've been booking these gains lately. Tesla charges $10K for current full self-driving. They already delivered the value. Like, a lot of people say that. I don't have full self-driving on my Model 3, but I don't want to pay 10 grand for it. But at a couple $100 per month, like, you bet I'm going to try it. I thought full self-driving level 5 would be software developer responsible. Like, here's the thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, level 5 maybe, but like, at a liability perspective, I'm no lawyer, but like, wouldn't you still theoretically say like you're still responsible? Like, you know, when you take Tylenol and it says you might die from this on the back, like, it's just liability sake, right? Like, if something does happen, like, it's probably not going to be on them. That would open them up to way too much trouble. We're still level 3. Yeah, I mean, that's even debatable. I'd pay $50 a month to see what's available. If we could use full software and beta, that'd be compelling. Yeah, okay, so I mean, Josh, even the fact that you're saying that you're willing to pay something shows that Tesla has inbuilt revenues that they're not actually capitalizing on right now. And that's the magic of what I'm trying to get at, is that they have this product that right now, if they just released monthly even, they would actually make way more money right now within just a software update. Yes, I do watch Solving the Money Problem. I watch Stephen Mark Ryan. He's cool. What do you think about buying Tesla call options at what strike, what expiration date? Tough to say. You have to balance your own risk and rewards. You know, I can't really tell you what to buy, when to buy, that sort of stuff. It really depends on your level of risk. We got 7 more minutes until close here. Tesla is flirting with 851. Again, the whole day. Let's change it to 5-minute graph here for a second. Today, Tesla has just been sitting in this range. Pull this up here. Full self-driving will be much more affordable with the rebates. That's true, actually. I never thought about that. Full self-driving with the rebate would kind of make it almost free, right? Robotaxis can't pass liability. Oh, robotaxis. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not robotaxis potentially, right? But you'd probably have an insurance company for that. I was thinking like if you owned your own car at level 5. Smash that like button, says Scott. Congrats on 4.223k subs. Wow. Jeez, I didn't even notice. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what hitting the like does, but probably does a good thing. So if you're getting any value, just hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and join the family if you want. Awesome. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. I believe tomorrow, Abel says, we'll have good price movement. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. That's what I'm kind of betting on. Tesla does their own insurance in certain states only. Certain states only. Why would they pin on Tesla on a non-Friday? Yeah, they wouldn't. I'm just saying Tesla looked like it was being pinned to 850. Okay. Last 5 minutes. Here we go. Okay, let's see what sort of algorithms are coming into Tesla. Let me just try to zoom out and make this a little bit better to look at for y'all. All right. Who's expecting news after hours to break out? Definitely looks like one of those days where it's so quiet. It's like eerily quiet. What do you expect the rest of the week and next week leading into earnings for stock price? Historically, Tesla sells off after earnings. Yeah, agreed. Again, I think I am moderately bullish on the rest of the week and next week before earnings. And yes, in terms of calls and options, you're going to see a massive theta dump after earnings. What are the chances we get a Netflix type move on Tesla post earnings? I would put it less than 10%. 925 next week. Let's go. Let's go. 925. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Man, if we can see past 870 here, we haven't seen that in a while. I'm all for it. I want to see 1,000. I want to see Tesla hit 1,000 post split before earnings. Man, that would be nuts. Fantastic. 1,000 plus. Hey, you read my mind, Martin. Exactly. If there's a dump, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Here's the thing. Who's selling shares right now? The tracking funds aren't. They own 16%. The benchmark funds just bought, if not are still buying. They're not selling. They literally just got in. Anyone that wanted to sell Tesla stock probably would have sold on S&P inclusion date at quad witching. I just don't know who's like. The volume is also speaking to this. Like, it doesn't look like there's shares available out in the market, and all we need is a catalyst. And it looks like upgrades are not that catalyst anymore right now. And the reason for that might be because anyone that would use upgrades to buy stock has already bought in stock, like these benchmark funds, these tracking funds, these hedge funds. So it looks like we need a new catalyst to come in, or people are sitting on their hands before earnings, which is definitely possible. Are you still holding Tesla calls? Yeah, I still have my leaps, and then I have, I said in the beginning of the stream, I have a short-term 875 call for this week that I just threw in some play money into to see what happens. I'm holding it right now, actually. Thanks for reminding me. I'm going to see where it's at. 3 minutes to close. Okay, so it looks like they dumped out the premium on this thing, but I'm about break-even-ish on. Yeah, volume's really low today. ARK is selling shares. Yeah, but ARK is selling shares all the time once it's past 10%. At 1,050, I think 55. Yeah, Juan says it's $1 trillion company. Yeah, I'm waiting for that. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Have you read Sarah Jah's The Great Profit Short Squeeze Theory for Spring 2021? He or she has a great tracker. I've seen that person on Twitter. I believe I follow them. Yeah, he should hit me up. I'd like to have him or her on the channel to see what they have to say. Catalyst will come in form of Elon. Yeah, maybe an Elon tweet. How much did that cost? I think like 5 or 6 was my average. Oh, you have a July call. If you have a July call, like post earnings, like remember you have 2 earnings baked in there, right? So you won't see as much of a drastic theta dump as a lot of other people will that only have 1. So also, here's another thing. Let me pull this up here. If I pull up Apple, the stock that never moves, is up 3% today on pretty good volume, I'd say, right? I'd have to check what the average volume is on Apple. Amazon's up today. 4.6%. Netflix, I don't even have to show Netflix up like 20% or something stupid. What's Facebook at? Facebook's up 2.5%. One of the only stocks in the mega caps in the S&P that's only up 0.8% is Tesla. That I'm bullish on that. I'm bullish on that. I know some people want to do another split. If Tesla does like a 2-for-1 split or anything even like small like that, yeah, it's gonna skyrocket. It's gonna skyrocket. Yeah, here we go. There's the market. Yeah, Marco, I'm sorry. I know I keep touching the stuff. I did change it. I did change the resolution, hopefully, up to quality now. Or no, it's 720. Ah, damn it. Thought I put it to 1080. Next time. Hopefully you can still see stuff. So Tesla closes at 8:50:45. Let me change my graph to have after hours showing. Exit. Try to remember where Thinkorswim data lives. Equities. Oh, I do have it extended. All right. Check it out. Yeah. And the Twitterverse. Let's see here. Pull up Twitter. All right. Squawk Square is saying on Twitter, big 367,000 share sell at the close for Tesla. That could be right. Let me check my time and sale. Yeah, it looks like it was done in blocks. But that could have been a big player selling, and that could have been the whole reason why we were so down today. Because this person was feeding into all the strength. Definitely possible. Check it out. Maybe market makers are holding this because they have news after hours tonight. Maybe a Tesla SNS refresh. I don't think a Tesla refresh is going to be material. I agree with Matt. It's not going to be big. Twitch has definitely banned Trump. Nothing big there. Gary Black. All right. Let's check out what Gary has to say. Tesla likely to continue run up into fourth quarter earnings, fiscal year 2021 guidance. It's already up 21% year to date. Guys, Tesla's up 21% year to date. Who knew that? It feels like it's been it feels like it's been quiet. My count has been stable. No, that was Thinkorswim. Martin. So let's check this out. What does he have to say? DOE put out a challenge. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, Tesla looks like Gary is pointing out certain projections here. He's saying that, let's see here, the general pre-earnings per share. Okay, so he's trying to say that Tesla looks like it's poised to run up until earnings and after earnings. And he has some numbers to back it, but we'll see. Moody's upgrade, says Scott. I don't think before earnings. I mean, who knows, right? But I would think, like, why wouldn't Moody's just want to wait till earnings comes out so they can see an updated financial statements for everything and see where their debt to equity ratio is and how much cash they have on hand and all that sort of stuff. DOE releases energy storage grand challenge roadmap. Charged EVs. Oh, is that breaking? Kevin, when are you going to release the options / leaps video? I haven't uploaded. I'm just, it's breaking. Okay. I have it uploaded. It's just coming up. Maybe in the next couple of days. So keep your bell on. I'll notify it. Let's see here. Let me try to pull up that news Gentry's sending me. Grand challenge roadmap. Let me just put in DOE. Great follow on Twitter, JPR007. Charged EVs. Department of Energy releases energy storage grand challenge roadmap. Charged EVs. So let's check this out. Agency's first comprehensive energy storage strategy announced in 2020. It seeks to establish American leadership in energy storage. In its concerted research efforts, the roadmap approach includes accelerating the transition of technology from the lab to the marketplace, blah, blah, blah. The roadmap presents 6 use cases that identify storage application benefits and functional requirements for 2030 and beyond. Okay. 5-cent cost per kilowatt hour levelized cost of storage for long duration stationary applications, 90% reduction from the baselines this year. $80 kilowatt per hour manufactured cost for battery pack by 2030. For a 300-mile range EV, a 44% reduction from the current cost of 143 rated cost per kilowatt. So Tesla's already here. Someone tell me in the comments, what's Tesla at again right now? I know they want to get to like 80, but like Tesla's already here. A 300-mile range car, check. And I don't know what their updated cost per kilowatt hour is, but I think it's already at 143. Is it not? Could be wrong. Other emerging applications for stationary storage, including serving remote communities, increasing facility flexibility, increasing resilience of interdependence networks, and facilitating the transformation of the power system. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Very cool. I mean, this is definitely good. Any sort of news that comes out here. Let's see here. What else is new? What else is new on the Tesla Twitter feed today? Let's check out FX Hedge to see if there's any news. Biden team fears virus surge imperils pledge to curb pandemic. Yes, S&P shorts. Hey, NASDAQ futures hit an all-time high today. Didn't know that. Or a new high for today. I don't know, one of the two. Looks like Rob from Tesla Daily has some earnings questions. Let's see what he has. One is, what is currently holding Tesla back from being the market share leader in solar? And 2, can you give us a progress update on dry coating of the battery electrode? At Battery Day, Elon said, quote, I would not say this is completely in the bag, unquote, yet as yields were low. Okay, interesting. Honestly, I want to know more about the Tesla Semi. Who remembers when Tesla released that email where Elon was like, it's time for us to take Semi to the mass market, to scale. I want to know about Semi. Why has no one talked about Semi? I know there's a lot of people in the comments out, you guys are going to say Semi doesn't matter. It's a small amount of vehicles, but I think the market really hasn't looked at semis yet as a way for them to disrupt the logistics and transportation industry as much as it can. Arcimoto Tesla Nano Dimensions. Nano Dimension. I haven't heard of Nano. Tesla's around 112 kilowatt per hour at the moment, according to my. Thank you, Adam. Battery cell level probably at $50 with new battery. The 4680s are going to be dramatically lower for sure, 100%. I mean, and let me just check flow algo here 1 second. Let's check flow algo for today, folks. And let me see if any sweeps were placed at the end of the day. And I want to see if $1 million minimum for premium probably is good. Yeah, looks like there's no sweeps today. A senior is huge, but battery needs to ramp up to build this. Yeah, semi is huge. Yeah, but yes, they're battery constrained 100%. But remember when Elon said like it's time for us to go full scale with semi? Like what was he saying then that we haven't talked about since then? That's what I want to know. It doesn't look like any sweeping orders were placed on Tesla. On Apple, there's got to be. I think there's nothing placed on Apple past 1 million. Amazon, nothing yet. Do you think Amazon will come down tomorrow given today's big run? Definitely possible, but mean reversion is a big thing in stocks. Definitely possible. Let's check yesterday and today again. Yet he leaked that email when Nikola was hyping up GM partnership. Yeah, that's true. He did. But like it's not like Elon to care about competition too much. So I'm wondering, like, is that? I think the stock rallied big time after that. So just these 1200 strike calls expiring next year. that were placed that I talked about yesterday, a $4.4 million sweep. That's all we have for sweep. How often? Don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. We're definitely want to see some sort of news come out, though. Hey, Gentry. We did it. Tesla Facts is back. You guys don't follow Tesla Facts on Twitter? I recommend you follow Tesla Facts on Twitter. So he's saying, or buy, we don't know whether it's selling pressure or buying pressure that resulted in this trade. Interesting. Let me see here. Well, I mean, for every seller, there's a buyer, right? What else has Tesla Facts said today? Anything that we need to watch for? Square. Okay, I got a question about Square. Yes, I'm in Square pretty big time, I'd say. It definitely might come and bite me in the short term. But Square is kind of a bet I have with stimulus, with Bitcoin, with low interest rates, with markets opening up again and businesses coming back. It's kind of my all-in-one encompassing trade. I have leaps. I have short-term positions. I have more leaps. Yeah, Gentry, and yeah, you need that. Yeah, you were saying. So, anyone have any information about when Square is coming out in Europe? That's going to be big. When Tesla, Sean says, when Tesla finally makes more power packs, I think people will be blown away how much money AutoBidder makes. AutoBidder is not being talked about. You're right. I think Elon kind of poo-pooed it after earnings one time, where he was like, "Yeah," or it was Battery Day. He was like, "Yeah, that stuff is cool, but like, do people really want to be using their car to like, feed into the grid? Like, I don't know if they want to." He kind of poo-pooed on it. So, I mean, but to be determined, right? Square is what did Square finish at for the day? Let me just change my screen. What did Square finish at today? I can't believe I forgot about Square today. Square finished at $226. Square is looking a little bit weak lately. See here. Yeah. So it looks like it couldn't get past that kind of 228-ish pivot. Can you profit from Bitcoin without owning? Yeah, you can buy GBTC. You can, you can mine. Nico says you're right. You can buy Square, which owns Bitcoin. Must be exposure to Bitcoin. Yeah, definitely possible, Gideon. Right? Like, Bitcoin's been down. My if anyone's curious, my cryptocurrency portfolio is back up. I'm back in it as of last month after years of sitting on nothing and selling it last month. I'm back on it a couple weeks ago. And I'm half in Bitcoin. 50% of my portfolio is in Bitcoin, and 50% of my portfolio is in Ethereum. So, if anyone's curious there. Anyone see the GM article today? No, what was the GM article? No idea. February might bring some upside. Yeah. When is earnings as well? Like, we have to consider that. I think earnings is a little bit later for Square. Wow, look at his options. Man, I love Thinkorswim. I forgot how much I loved this software. Anyone know when Square's earnings are? I probably could figure it out, but you guys probably already know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here with Square. Joe Biden is president. Yeah, Joe Biden is president, and the transfer of power is finally done. Man, that I hate the election cycle. I mean, I love it because I love watching the kind of chaos, but I'm glad the transition or the election all over with, and people can move forward, and we can start making more money in the market. Square earnings in 34 days. Square earnings in 34 days. What date? So February 23rd. Okay, perfect. So February 23rd. Sorry, there's a little bit of a lag in my internet here, but I'm gonna try to fix that for next time. So 34 days, huh? Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, so we have some time to go into earnings. I have another video I want to do on Square and its potential there to run. in general, I've talked about this, but ARK invests in their price model of $345 price target by 2025 for Square. They don't actually highlight the international exposure Square can have. And that's just their US price target. And I think a lot of people have missed that. So that's something I want to highlight in my Square valuation video. All right. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining. 208 people watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys for taking the time and partying with me a little bit and letting me just talk through stuff with Tesla and everything. In general, today's a good day. I mean, market's up in general. Hopefully, the rest of the week brings us back to all-time highs for Tesla. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, join the family if you want. 935 definitely possible, 860 possible. Anything's possible, but I'm bullish. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm super grateful for every single one of you guys coming in, and positive or negative, I don't care. Like, I appreciate you guys engaging and building this community together. Get Starlink. Yeah, I need to. I appreciate every single one of you guys. So I appreciate it. And this will be the video for the day. I should have the Leaps video coming out soon. Thanks, Josh. Hey, Ivan, thanks. Square's nice pullback. Yep, for sure. And I'll catch you guys later in the next one. And be well, be safe, and take some mental health out of, mental health is never talked about, but get some exercise, meditate, be well. We're on computers 24/7. We're glued into our devices. I can't harp on this even more than I am right now, but take a second, 5, 10, 15 minutes to unplug from everything, go for a walk, get some exercise. All right, guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Bye.